I use Anchor to do my podcast because it's easy, free, it has all the creation tools. You can record, edit, and distribute your podcast all in one place. You can download the app or go to anchor.fm. That's anchor.fm. ANCHOR.fm. Go check it out. Hola, ¿todo bien? This is YOLO, and this is YOLO Talk. Alright, and since last time, some people asked me about basically quick and easier ways to get clean energy wise. How to get a quick fix on your energy. And I will share with you the ones I do, the ones I know, and hopefully this will help. And maybe you can share with me the ones you know, the ones you do, and I'll get to learn some too. Like with the cascarilla, I learned this from my mom. So everything is Santeria based, and it will deal with mostly the elements. For example, the one I think I use the most when I'm around outside or whatever is I always have pennies with me in the car, and I usually take 3 pennies, and I start basically cleaning myself, going through my body from the head down to my shoulders, chest, back, all the way down to my feet. And as I go, I just set my intention on getting rid of all of the bad energy or the heaviness or the bad mojo, whatever you may be feeling. I just set my intention of getting rid of all of that with those 3 pennies. And then I will just throw those 3 pennies away. Or, 5 or 6 or 2 or 1, whatever the amount of pennies you have. You can do this with a piece of bread, a fruit, I don't know, anything organic. Something else that I do is, if you smoke, I like tobaccos. So if you smoke, in Santeria they use tobaccos like a lot for the smoke. It's like a purifying effect to it. And if you're smoking, if you're a smoker, anyways, and you are, you're smoking anyway, you can set your intention and just take those 5 minutes that you're gonna be smoking and meditate and set your attention a little bit on the smoke. And there's people that even like read the smoke. I don't know how it goes. I've never seen it, but yeah. I do know it's purifying, and I do use it if I'm cleaning any space. I use tobacco smoke, because I like tobacco. If not, what I have is a cigarette, I'll use a cigarette. If what I have is my trusty weed, I'll use my weed. Weed, yeah. Same with coffee. If you are a coffee drinker, especially with the black coffee, if you like your coffee black. But anyways, that you take your coffee. If you take coffee and you basically sacrifice that last sip of coffee, yeah, I don't know, take it as you want, but that's kind of like an old thing to leave that little bit of coffee for, like, para los muertos, for the disease, if you might, for in honor of the one that, your family members that pass away. But the thing with the coffee is that, for example, in Puerto Rico, everybody drinks coffee, so it's a given that your abuelita, your whomever that died, likes coffee. So yeah, here you go, a little bit of coffee. But I mean, nowadays, I don't know. Maybe grandma likes orange juice. Maybe just I'm gonna leave a little bit of OJ for grandma. I'm gonna have my coffee in peace. All I'm saying is, yeah, if you wanna do that one, do it. If you wanna have your coffee in peace, have your coffee in peace. But that's an option. Let's see something else that I might think that I do or that I have seen that might be like a quick fix like that. Well, you can always just use your hands. You just do the same as with the other things, but just with your hands. Go from head to feet. Clean yourself, shake it off, and set that intention that everything is off with everything. Dance it off. Dance, baby, It's mostly about the intention. Knowing that what you're doing for a reason. I think overall that's what matters, that you are consciously looking to do something to get rid of whatever is bothering you, and you're looking, that's just another quick small way of helping yourself through the day, and that's always a plus. Hello. Alright, I'm back. I know I never left, but I cut real quick because garbage truck. No. Oh, I started this podcast for a main reason, and that main reason being it's therapy mostly for me, and recently, just less than a week ago, I finally asked my mother to write me a letter, because I finally want to know who my father is, after almost 38 years. So yeah, and it's crazy, that it might seem crazy that after my whole life, just now is that I'm finally coming around to wanting to answer these questions about my life. And I don't know why now I feel like I need to know in order to move with my life to the next step. I think like I accomplish as much as I could without knowing, and I think the only person that can tell me about that is it's my mom. And I didn't want to bring this to her because she has a not that good heart condition, and I didn't want to stress her with any of this. So I approached her as best as I could with this, and I just told her this is not coming from any place of anger, anger. If anything, is coming from a place of somebody who wants to have all the pieces to rompecabezas. I'm high, guys, so puzzle. And just let her know that I'm not judging her at all. That happened 38 years ago, and we passed through that, and we are so close, and I love her so much, and just want her to know that it's not me like digressing to any of that in a way that I'm gonna go and confront her, and I wanted to make that very clear for her as I approach her. So I asked her for a letter, and that way she could go over it at her own pace, in her own words, without pressure. And I'm just now waiting, and she said that it was alright, that she was gonna do it. And that is where I stand right now. Finally, after my whole life, when I was about to get married, my that time fiance and I were talking about the possibility of me finding out and reaching out to invite my dad to to the wedding or whatever, but I didn't feel like it was the right time for me to start chasing after somebody. At that time I was on dialysis 3 times a week for 4 hours, and I had a full-time job, so it was hard as it was at that time. So yeah, no, I was doing enough by avoiding my supposedly real dad at that time, which that's another story for another day. And now I feel like I really need to know what happened. Like, I was born when my mom was 17 years old. My dad never was in the picture. I know the situation with my mom wasn't easy at all. She was going through a lot. So, I need to kind of understand. I end up living with my grandma. My grandma raised me. So, I feel like I don't feel like I'm owed anything. I feel like I would like to know what happened. I would like to be able to complete that puzzle in my mind and like be done with that, be done without that whole empty space in my head, which is the beginning of my life by chance, and which I thought for my whole life almost, that I didn't need to complete, that I didn't need to fill that void, that gap. But yeah, I think that there's two main issues that I haven't worked, that I need to work if I'm to move with my growth overall, my growth as a person, my mental, spiritual, everything. I feel like I'm stuck unless I find out about this, whatever I might find, and I deal with one more thing, but this goes first. And I feel so much better just now by finally being able to put myself in that situation of asking. I never asked even. And now just by going, up to my mom and putting in the way I did, which is not I'm blaming you of anything, but I in a position of I understand, I just want to know. Just now I feel better because I feel like I did my part. And now by telling you about it, I feel even better, which is why I should be doing this, I guess. And thank you for sharing this with me. So yeah, I think this is about the time we have for today, and I'll be back. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Oh yeah, wait. Remember, if you have ideas, anything you want to say to me, whatever ideas you want, things for me to talk here, YOLO Talk, it's the same, YOLO Talk in Facebook, YOLO Talk on Instagram, YOLO Talk in YouTube, even though I haven't uploaded anything yet. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you would you like me to talk about here. Yeah. And now with that said, thank you.